Tigers, it'll be McLean Edens, Josh Rawson, Fernando Hernandez, Eric Ramirez, Alan Windlant, Miguel Avalos, Edwin Munez, Edgar Arana, Kellen Goodrich, Brock Lancaster, and at the goalkeeper for the Rock Springs Tigers will be Garrett McGahey. Tigers going to own the first kick here, so they'll take possession. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial. They're dressed in white, all white today, white tops, white shorts, orange numerals as the Tigers drop it back into their zone. They give it up ahead, and they kick it to the far side. And they're coming up the middle against the Evanston D, and Evanston clears it back up through the zone. And Kellen Goodrich tries to head one, but it comes all the way back to McGahey. He snags it, and he rolls it up ahead to Arana. Arana kicks it out to the far side, but it comes back into the Tiger zone, and Lancaster boots it up ahead. He gets it up to ahead to Velos, and that's stolen away by the Evanston defenders.
Yeah, Evanston's doing real good right now, closing down that ball, but looks like Rock Springs is finding some good space here on the wing right now.
They
good ball.
center it in. Header just misses by Josh Rawson, and it comes out. But catching up to it is Avelos. They kick it back to Ramirez. Ramirez gets it knocked away by the Evanston defender, Ben Coons, and out of bounds. Here comes the throw-in. Get it into the center, and that's kicked in by Windland, but Evanston clears that away.
Stop at 2 minutes.
Rock Springs attempts a shot, but that went awry with that wind.
Yeah, this wind's going to hold up any long shots, so they really got to work to get that ball into the box.
Well, Evanston's dressed in red today with blue shorts, white numerals. And the goalkeeper, Austin Pinter, steps into one, gets it almost a half field. It comes off to Alan Winland. He knocks it out, and Evanston throws the ball in. Up the far side, Evanston got the ball up in the zone.
Yeah, they got a little bit of space here.
And they've got numbers. They're working 5-on-3. It's a nice job by the Rock Springs defender.
Good job by Munez there.
Munez comes in and steals that away, knocks it out of bounds. And nice challenge for the ball there, and that's what you got to do as a midfielder, get in front and stop it from getting back to the defender.
Yeah, you got to just kind of shield your defense. You can't just let them dribble right through you.
Evanston working with the ball back at half. Kick it up ahead, and that's cleared away by Windland. And they get it up ahead. It goes to Munez. Munez looking in the middle, trying to find a run. Can't find. Gets it into the middle. They kick it into the front. That ball clears out the end line. Evanston goalkeeper just watched it go.
Yeah, they missed a really good opportunity there. Eric Ramirez was wide open on the back post. If they had saw him, he had an easy shot there.
That is one of the things as I coach under 12 girls soccer, I try to avail them to the backside is always the most open every time.
Yeah, you just got to pick up your head and find it, though. That's the hardest part of teaching kids. You know, we work on it at the college, too. You got to pick your head up and find the open guy.
Evanston Coons bring the ball up the near side, kicks it up ahead. They try to float it through to the zone. They try to get that one to Hiram Huck, but that's harmlessly out the end line, and will be given to Kellen Goodrich to boot up. And that'll give us a chance to thank Memorial Hospital Sweetwater County for sponsoring this game. They're dedicated to professional, compassionate health care for Southwest Wyoming. That's the Memorial Hospital of Sweetwater County. As Rock Springs clears it up to the half line. It's stolen away there by Burley, but comes off right to the Rock Springs defense, and they kick it up ahead. It's going to come to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to work it up at the half line, kicks it up ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez works it through to Velos. So Velos kicks it on the far side, trying to find Windland.
Ball.
Yep, gets it to the end line. He can't catch up with it.
He got the last touch there, too, so it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, he can't catch up with it, so it's a goal kick for the Evanston Red Devils, and they'll send it back the other way. Evanston working left to right in this half. We got about 5 minutes gone, right? 40-minute halves.
Yes, sir.
Running clock. The only time it stops in high school is for injury. I believe they stop it in high school for injuries, I believe. And but other than that, it's a running clock. And Rock Springs up ahead in the zone. They take a big long kick, bounces off Pinner, and that Velos? I don't think. Yeah, he could not get there, but that ball bounced right off Pinner's chest.
He did not handle that ball well. No, not at all.
High punt kick comes back to the backfield of McLean Edens. Evanston controls the ball. They get it to Robinson. Robinson feeds it up ahead to Hawk, I think it is. That comes back to Kellen Goodrich. He just has to kick it out of bounds. It's going to come out on the sideline, and that'll be Evanston's throw-in.
Yeah, he didn't look comfortable with that ball. I mean, he just had to get rid of it.
Yeah, kind of squirmed through there,
Yeah.
and Kellen just had to turn around and boot it left-footed. Nice header there as Evanston gets it out of the air. Number 21, that's Spencer Burley. He puts a nice head on it, but it goes out of the end line and did a nice job putting a net back there.
Yeah,
so
definitely
last
nice
year the balls went clear back to the fence. That's a nice job putting a net there so balls can't carry through, kind of carry a game on a little bit better as Rock Springs clears it up ahead. At the half line, they get it up ahead to Winlet. Winlet's working with it and gets it back. Up ahead, they go to Avelos. He's working on the far side, looking in. Feed it to Ramirez. Yeah, Winlet.
Looks like they tried to find Ramirez or Munoz there and couldn't get the ball to him.
Munoz gets it knocked away, but then the Rock Springs come
right
back in the zone. Kick through, but they can't catch up with us. And let's see, that's going to be Avelos trying to get up with, but he can't. And Evanston's going to clear it into their zone on their half of the field. They work it up ahead. And then
Rock Springs really has numbers right here, though. I mean, it's 3-on-7. So
that's very good. They got back very well.
They recovered really well.
And soccer is a little harder, ladies and gentlemen, to snag a number and tell who is out there playing. I'm just going to warn you right now. It's until they really turn to you, you can't tell until you get to know the boys out there playing. So we'll do our best here to make sure we work through that. Lancaster puts a boot into one. He sends it up ahead to Windlet. Windlet working with it against Gutierrez of the Red Devils. And Windlet trying to steal it away. Finally does. Nice back kick to himself. Comes through into the center. Leaves it off for Hernandez. And that gets stolen away by the Evanston Red Devils. They're going to work it up. And they clear it through. The soccer field is planted right on the football field here at Rock Springs Junior High. So it's kind of, if you envision a soccer field, I might say line markers and stuff just to give you an idea where the ball's at. So coming in, Avelos has the ball. He's about the 10-yard line. He's in the goal line now if you're in on a football field. Kind of give everybody some reference where we're talking. Ball comes out on the end line though, and that'll belong to Evanston. So they will have a goal kick. Western Wyoming Community College, they're committed to providing high-quality learning opportunities to Southwest Wyoming and elsewhere. Western Wyoming Community College. It had to happen.
Don't worry.
It had to happen sooner than later that I would get tongue-tied. And Rock Springs gets the goal kick, and they're working on the near side. Comes off to Rawson. Rawson works it up ahead. Ball goes out off an Evanston defender on the far side. Rock Springs brings it back in.
It looks like we got a sub over here, so they're going to have to rethrow that ball. Looks like, is that Ramirez coming off?
9.
Yes, Ramirez comes off, and 15. That is Isaiah Duran. He'll come in. And they work it in the middle of the field.
Duran was his first touch there. Not bad. Finds self man.
They kick it down the far side. That goes to Hernandez. And they work it in the middle. Up top to Velos. He puts the ball through. Rock Springs Tigers going after it. But nice job by Pinner to come up ahead, snag the ball so those Rock Springs forwards couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Pinner back there saved his defense there because they just stood and watched the ball run right through him.
That was McLean Edens and Edgar Arana going for that ball, and Rock Springs controls it again. Evanston just cannot keep it down in their zone. I'd say the possessions have favored Rock Springs here early in this one. They center it through. It comes off. And nice header try, but it went the other way.
Yeah, he was definitely facing the wrong way when he made contact there. So
ball goes out of bounds on the sideline. That's going to belong to Rock Springs. They're going to be right at the 10-yard line, working into the Evanston zone.
Good ball in.
Nice up, but they can't do anything with it. And Evanston clears it. McLean Eddens can't trap that ball, and it's going to come out. Lancaster's going to try and run it down, but he spins around and kicks it off an Evanston defender, and that'll be Rock Springs' ball.
Not a bad play there by Lancaster.
Eddens going to bring the ball in, kicks it back to Goodrich. Goodrich going to work with the ball and puts a big boot into it, but it catches the wind, and he's going to have to bring that ball down a little bit today. He has a big foot, but
yeah, he's going to have to really drive that ball. He can't loft it up like that.
Eddens.
This wind's just going to bring it right back to you.
Yeah, Eddens steals the ball away, but Evanston catches up with it. They're working with it right around the half-court line. Rana kicks it back. He gets it to Duran. Duran's going to work it in, or Wenland, excuse me. Brings it in, and he tries to center it in, but the Evanston defender, nice job by him to knock that one away. Colton Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson's doing well. It looks like Rock Springs is finding a lot of space on those wings. They got to start exploiting that though. They keep coming right back into the middle when they get about 20 yards away from goal.
And they work it up ahead. It goes past Winland, and it'll go into the goal box, penalty box. Excuse me. Matt yelled at me last year because I called them different places, so I tried to.
It was mostly, a penalty is inside that box and a foul's outside of it. He called everything a penalty. So.
It's all good. It's all a penalty in reality.
In reality, it is all a penalty.
You soccer people, you.
Hey, just trying to get the right terms there, buddy.
No. McLean Eddens tries to kick it back to Goodrich, but he slips on the turf, and Evanston had an opportunity right there, but nice clear ahead by Lancaster. And Evanston, though, catches up with it. They're going to work it in, and Rock Springs gets a foot on the ball, and they're going to brink it up ahead.
Right now, this game's just really not in control. I mean, everybody's having issues finding feet. They're just kind of playing long balls, but right now it looks like Rock Springs getting the chance. No, defense stopped him again.
Yeah, Rana tried to kick it up ahead to Winland, but he can't get it. But another steal by Duran. Nice left-footed boot, but that's caught by Pinner right in front of his goal. I think that's Duran. We'll make sure on that one.
No, that was Hernandez.
Hernandez, okay. And Lancaster boots another one. That goes way up in the air, and that falls harmlessly clear out on the gravel here at Rock Springs Junior High. And we'll have to bring that one in. Evanston will. I'd like to thank MRC, McJunkin Redman Corporation, for supporting the student athletes of our local high school. And then at 2851 Yellowstone Road in Rock Springs. That's MRC, McJunkin Redman. Evanston centers it in, and they get it right at the top. Nice shot, but McGahey sees it go clear over the top. And that'll be out of bounds. We'll have a goal kick for Rock Springs. We want to thank the employees of Solvay Chemicals as well, a community partner supporting our student athletes on the field and in the classroom. Springs gets it up ahead of that midline. Rana tries to work with it, but it goes out of bounds to Evanston. They're going to throw it in right at the midfield stripe. Spencer Burley heads it out, and then they center it in.
Good ball in.
And nice job by McGahey coming ahead and stealing that ball away. Good job by him. The thing about this, coming the way the Rock Springs Tigers are coming into the west, that's a nice job by McGahey to throw that ball low and get it up ahead quickly.
Yeah, it was a very smart play. Instead of trying to punt that ball long, he just found the open forward. Looks like that's Marco Montes, number 14. And
Munoz gets it out to Winland. He can't catch up with it. Out there also is can't catch the number on the one guy out there, the shortest one.
Marco.
Number 14. He's not. It doesn't look like they got him on the roster.
He's not.
He actually was our one of our student trainers this year. His name is Marco Montes.
Marco Montes.
I think he's a sophomore. To be honest with you, I can't really remember.
Yes.
I knew. I brought you along for a reason. As Evanston comes down the far side, it gets knocked out of bounds. Let's see who they give it to.
They gave it to Evanston there. They both made contact at the same time, but
they give it to Rock Springs.
They gave it to Rock Springs. The center line had his arm right, but changed his call there. So it's going to be Rock Springs off.
Rock Springs is going to bring it in on the far side. Well, we're going to have a substitution again.
Okay, it looks like they're bringing Ramirez back in, and they took out
Hernandez. So Ramirez back in the game. He's going to fill that middle spot. Midfielder for the Tigers. And they work it up ahead. Winland working with it. Gets it up ahead to Arana. Arana's working on the far side. Kicks it back to Winland, back to Arana. They feed it up, back up ahead along the far sideline. Winland just can't catch up with it. Goes out of bounds. Devils. That's some nice give and go working there.
Yeah, they had some really good one-touch passing in there.
Well, Evanston gonna work it back in.
Good throw, finding the open man.
Bring it to Echeverra. If I can read it, I'm probably gonna have to get glasses here pretty soon. I'm getting too old to look this far.
Blaine, I couldn't make out that number either, and I'm way younger than you, so.
And you have glasses
And I have
on
glasses
too.
on. Good fight there for that ball. Good win by that defender. Number 5 for Evanston. Christeno, yeah.
Yeah. He was working against Edens. Edens trying to work it into the zone. Evanston just has to finally kick it out of bounds. Rock Springs doing a nice job of hemming Evanston into the sideline. They don't have a lot of choices down here on the Rock Springs zone.
Yeah, that's, they're not finding any forwards at all. So it's kind of hampering what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
Rock Springs is just doing very well at finding feet and working the ball through. Great
Up
ball
to
there.
Montez, tries to get it to Arana, but he can't do anything with it. Then a big
shot
kick.
there.
Woo! He lined up and just nailed that one. We got 3 points on that. Unfortunately, they do not count.
That only counts in American football,
Yes,
Blaine. That
it's
doesn't
true.
count in this football.
No, if we could count the field goals, we'd be ahead here, 6-0. But Pinner's going to get the ball on the goal kick. Plains Tires, so much more than a tire store. Find them at 1155 Dewar Drive in Rock Springs. That's Plains Tires. Arana heads the ball, gets it to Montez, gets it out to Ramirez. They try to clear it away. No, to Ramirez, as Winlet works with it.
Ramirez the ball back for him.
Ramirez tries to center it in. It comes right off of Miguel Gutierrez. He gets that away, but nice job there by Munoz pulling it away, and then goalkeeper has to run out and grab that one. The thing about this, when you flip sides, you get to kind of see a different, I think you'll see a different attack by Rock Springs. Kind of how Evanston's doing here, just kind of sending the ball along, like you said. They'll have to reverse how they do it in the second half.
Yeah, see, that's one of the nice things about being at the junior high, though, is that wind is consistently blowing one direction.
Right.
It's not swirling like it was at Crossroads, so they don't have to worry about that.
Right. They get it up ahead to Arana.
Great turn around.
Brings it in, and that looked like it went off a hand, but that must have been a head by Coons.
I think he got his foot up, actually.
Oh, did he?
He was off balance when he came back down. But
Arana gets it in a big left foot. That's going to be caught by
Arana.
Pinner. Yeah. Nice job by Pinner, though, to get clear and catch that ball. And Arana put a nice left foot on it. Pinner just steps into it. It's going to land about the 20-yard line.
Oh, he's got someone
Evanston comes in, and McGahey catches up with it. Well, Evanston had a good opportunity there, and you can kind of see how that wind helps. He kicked it from the 10. It lands at the opposite 20. And here we go. Winlet gets the ball at the half-court line. He kicks it up ahead to Arana. Arana's running ahead trying to catch it. Coons, though, catches up with it for the Red Devils. And they kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to find people out here on the wing, and their forwards aren't moving out there, so it's just balls running out. This turf, it'll play tricks on teams that play on grass a lot because that ball just keeps carrying, it won't stop. So, you can see in Evanston's passing, they're hitting the ball like they would if they're on grass, but out there on the turf, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
You gotta adjust with this turf.
Rock Springs steals it back right at the midfield. They get it to
Montez. He's right up the corner of the 18.
And they bring it up. Oh, Arana just can't catch up with it. And McLean Edens there, but it's going to roll back to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to toss it back to Goodrich. Goodrich back to Ramirez, all along the far side. They're going to work up. Nice.
Great little step there.
And Ramirez going to bring it in. Looking to center it.
He's got a step.
Comes in. Center. Oh, nice knock away by the Montez. That's a good knock away by the Evanston defender to keep that center from coming in. Evanston's going to come into the Rock Springs zone. Nice job by Lancaster, knock that away. Right there That was Caleb Carette. He knocks that away and gets it out to Sam Richens. Richens gets it knocked out by the Rock Springs defender, and that'll belong to Evanston on the side, far side. Rock Springs comes in at 3-2 today. Evanston at 1-4 in this 4A West matchup as Lancaster boots it away. That goes out of bounds.
Took out somebody on the Evanston bench there. Popped him right in the face. So.
You gotta be watching when you're on the bench.
Definitely a game you gotta be watching the whole time.
Evanston gets it on the far side. They're gonna bring it in.
Long shot there.
Yeah.
Easily handled though.
Gay handles that one. He's gonna toss it up ahead. Gets it up to Ramirez. Ramirez handles it. He's gonna try and clear it through. He keeps it on the dribble. Gets it up ahead to Velos. Velos back to Ramirez. He's got a free side on the near side here.
Let's see what he does here.
Dribbles with it, kicks it back to Avelos. Oh, and Ramirez didn't go through. I think Avelos thought he was going to go through.
I think Avelos should have probably picked his head up because he had tons of time inside the 18 to pick his head up and hit a shot at the back post. But yeah, he was trying to feed that ball right back into Ramirez coming across.
Lancaster boots it away, goes high in the air, and right there is Colton Johnson handles it, tries to get it up ahead to Burley, and knocking it out of bounds again. For the Tigers is Lancaster.
It's still in.
Oh, it fell in. I thought the way it looked, it was going out. Winlet's working with it up the far side, centers it through, but nice job. Corner kick for the Rock Springs Tigers right here. Whistler Chevrolet, 2200 Foothill Boulevard in Rock Springs. Don't let a low credit score stop you. See the financial consultants at Whistler Chevrolet, 2200 Foothill Boulevard in Rock Springs.
Now that last save by McGahey there was his first save of the game. It took 20 minutes for Evanston to finally get a chance on goal.
Munoz boots it in, comes right off the top,
good hit,
but a nice hit by... That's Munoz. Who was kicking that in? Was that Ramirez? Or Winlet? Winlet, yeah. Winlet was kicking that in. Nice job on Munoz to get that. He just sailed left to the goal. And we're still knotted up at 0. Neal for the soccer aficionados in the crowd. 18-12 left to go.
Big old goose eggs up on the board.
We're in the 22nd minute of the first half, as it would be said in the English Premier League, or a weak Russian accent.
23rd now.
Well, yeah. You got to remember, we're in radio. They can't
yeah,
say
I know,
that.
Right?
They'll listen to what I have to say, mostly.
Well, just don't put them 5 minutes behind. You'll be fine.
Evanston Red Devils knock it out along the far side, but quickly in. Bring it into Winlet. He's working it up at the 18 mark.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Evanston's just packing that box. They keep 6 guys back behind the forwards. It's really hard for these Rock Springs forwards to get open.
Evanston bring it up to the center. He had a guy coming free on the near side, just didn't give it to him.
He just didn't see him.
Kicks it back to Robinson. Robinson bringing it up the far side, working against, let's see, that's
number 8.
Fernando.
Daniel Celis out there. And kick it in to McGahey. He catches up with that shot that kind of went through into the zone. Yeah, not very hard though.
No, it looks like they just tried to get that ball in the box and create some havoc, but nobody was in there.
McGahey boots one up ahead. They get it back to Ramirez. Ramirez going to control the ball. Kicks it over to Hernandez. Or Munoz, excuse me. They send it through to Montez. But that's going to catch up with Pinner in his zone, and he's just going to look to step into it and boot it up ahead.
And another big boot.
Lancaster.
Good by Lancaster, though.
Knocks that away.
Kind of an awkward hit there. He kind of caught it off his knee.
So he knocks it out. It goes along the far side to Evanston. They're dressed in red today, blue shorts, white numerals. Checked in. Number 24, Colton Johnson checks out, and coming in is number 17. That's Hayden Cross. He's a freshman from Evanston. As they bring it in to Richens, he gets it knocked away on the far side by the Tiger defender.
There's also a sub for Rock Springs there. Marco Montes, number 14, came out, and number 17, Edgar Arena, came back in too.
Arena comes in. Evanston controls the ball in their zone. They clear it to the near side. That comes off to Robinson. Robinson kicks it in. That goes off to the right side of the goal.
Another goal kick here for McGahey.
Rock Springs IV Center, save time and money for chemotherapy and other IV infusions on Rock Springs IV Center at 400 Center Street in Rock Springs. Big boot by Goodrich, sends it into the zone, comes off to Winland. That's knocked away by Evanston, but Winland captures it again, bringing it up the far side, tries to get it up ahead to
run
Rana.
out. Great ball, great idea there.
Yeah, Rana just could not catch up with it. And Evanston's going to bring it in on the toss. And Rana right there.
They're going to call him, I guess, for a foul there. It looked more like the Evanston player slipped, in my opinion. But
Evanston going to have a kick up into the Rock Springs end. Right there is Munoz to knock it away. Ramirez comes away with it. He sends it up ahead to Avelos. Avelos. Nice job by Coons getting Ramirez in the air, but Avelos steals it away. Ramirez just works with it out front. Like you said, Evanston just packs it up, but they send it across the way and head it in. Kick. Oh, nice block by Pinner.
Hernandez, great hit there, and he found tons of space on that ball from Ramirez. Pinner just gets his hands up in that corner, and great save.
Yeah, I mean, Hernandez shot it right to the top shelf on the far corner, and Pinner just right there to knock it in the air and get it away. So the Rock Springs Tigers have a corner kick right here. Let's see, Winland, I believe, is going to step into this one, and Banana's back the other way. Ramirez heads it in right there. Oh, and woo, nice.
Great way to win that by Cristino. They're just stepping in, putting his body on the line.
Avelos just came through, and they got that one. Is that Hernandez?
Was it Hernandez?
Munoz, excuse me. He kicks the Evanston defender's leg out from under him. That was Sam Richens, and Ben Coon's going to step into the kick here. 13:26 to go in this first half. We're all knotted up. Neal, as McGahey is going to get that ball as it comes through. McGahey couldn't get ahead on it. Probably a better thing that he didn't, because it come right to McGahey. He's able to save it.
Yeah,
kick it up
you
ahead.
never know when you get that little deflection by your defender how that's going to throw off your goalie.
Evanston brings it in. Burley's working with it on the far side. Kicks it back toward the midline.
Curdy won the ball back for Evanston there. And he just gave it right back to the Rock Springs defense, though. So.
And there's a big kick by Goodrich. It catches in the wind. Avelos has to knock back in the air. Rana can't catch up with it. It comes off to Evanston. Evanston, Carroll, up with it. They send it through. And coming through with it is Burley. He can't get a foot through it, and the Rock Springs defender knocks it out. That'll be side out for the Evanston Red Devils.
He had a great turn there, but the recovery by the defender there just shut off that window before he even got a chance to swing his foot through it. So.
It's Rawson out there on that far side doing the damage as Evanston sends it through. That's out the end line, and that will be a goal kick. And high security lock and alarm. Locked out of your car or home, High Security will get you in. Give High Security Lock and Alarm a call at 382-8051. That is 382-8051. High Security Lock and Alarm. Goodrich gonna step into this goal kick, see if he gets it pretty high. It kind of catches in the wind. It catches up with Winland. He does a nice job controlling it. Get it back to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to find a runner. And they don't call that. Matt throws his hands in the air. It looked like the same thing we got on this side.
It was almost identical to what they just called on Rock Springs over here, and the ref just decided to swallow his whistle on it. So, I mean, I was going to say they have the right to.
They're down there. We're about 50 yards away.
Exactly. So. That's he has a better view of it than I do.
All right. Well, Rock Springs works it in the zone, and Arena trying to catch up, or Avelos, trying to catch up with it. And Pinner comes ahead. And
good read by Pinner there. Avelos he got shielded off by that defender, but he was only a couple yards away from that ball.
Nice work by Coons there to shield him away. Lancaster turns his back and knocks up ahead to Ramirez, but Evanston's going to control it. They take a big shot that flies over the top of the goal. McGahey does a nice job of reading that one and letting it go.
Yeah, that's, it's a good thing you read that sideways, because with that wind blowing, you never know. I mean, like I said, that wind can carry that ball so easy.
Goodrich gonna step into it. He keeps this one pretty low, so it comes through. Avelo's gonna control it, and it comes off to an Evanston defender, and Richens gonna control that one. Feed it up ahead. Comes to Echeverra.
Sprays it out wide there. Good ball.
And right into McGahey, snags it. Pretty long shot there. And McGahey clears it up ahead. Gets it to Avelos, knocks it back to Durant. Durant working on the near side here. Feeds it up ahead to Avelos. He gets control of it. Kicks it through to the center. Nice in to Windlet. Tries a sideways kick. And Kenner catches up with it.
Yeah, he may have been better off hitting that with his left foot instead of trying to hit with the outside of his right, but maybe just trying to catch the goalie off guard.
And had that post pretty well secured there. Get that up a little bit and over. Get it into the center to Carroll. To McGahey. That comes off the side, and that'll be out to the Tigers. And Commerce Bank of Wyoming, looking forward to your future. 1575 Dewar Drive, Rock Springs. They are Commerce Bank of Wyoming. 1575 Dewar Drive, Rock Springs. Member FDIC. Kellen Goodrich going to step into another goal kick. And he sends that one up, and that's going to fly right out of bounds. So the wind is catching all of these kicks and sending them right back to the Tigers on those long kicks.
Yeah, when we had that goal kick too, there was also another sub for Rock Springs. Willie Cazeta came in for Miguel Avelos. So.
Evanston brings it in on the far side, works it into the zone. Lancaster lets it slide out. We'll have another goal kick by the Tigers. My favorite place, that yogurt place. 10 featured flavors with more than 40 toppings. They're in 1573 Commerce Plaza on Dewar Drive in Rock Springs, and it's not the yogurt that gets you, man. It's those toppings. It's those 40 delectable toppings that you can put on the top of that fat-free yogurt.
You don't even have to put that much yogurt in it with all those toppings. You can drop a lot of money at that place.
Oh yeah, that yogurt place. Good. Evanston comes in zone. Big kick in with McGahey right there to stop it. He controlled that nicely. He got on him in a hurry. He was able to wrap it up.
That ball bounced about a yard in front of him too, and on this turf it bounces so much higher it's hard for a goalie to read it.
Arana gets it up ahead of Ramirez. Out on the side of Windlet. Windlet working it in.
He's got a step.
He got caught up
Find
too.
himself another spot though.
Back to Arana, and he gets his toe caught on the turf as he goes to kick it, and it comes back to Evanston, and Coons is going to clear it away.
It looks like Arana came up limping a little there too. He's walking very gingerly on that foot. He just hit into the ground.
Clean Edens can't catch up with it on the near side here. It's going to come off, and Yaro Razzo is going to bring that in for the Red Devils into Richens, but knocking away is Durant. Gets it up to Arana and then to Ramirez. Ramirez working it up into the center. Ramirez tries to clear it through to Windlet, can't find him, and Evanston clears it through. Lancaster going to back kick and coming in on it. Duran back to Edens. Evanston going to steal that away and then getting it right back.
Still holding on to a good fight there.
Willie tries to catch up with it, can't get it from the Evanston defender. Robinson doing a nice job of controlling the ball. And finally, Willie does catch up with it, and they get it out to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to look up ahead to Arana, can't find him. They finally clear it in to Windland, can't find him. Evanston steals it away again. Coons kicks it back over to Richens, can't find him, and Hernandez is going to control the ball. Lancaster, and toss it around a little bit. Goodrich going to step into a long kick. Comes up ahead. Evanston controls it though. Still away by Rock Springs. Challenge. Both teams are challenging well for the ball. Rock Springs just finding themselves on the better side of it as Ramirez tries to get it clear through by Arana. Arana kicking it out to Duran. Duran kicks it back to Hernandez up by the midfield line. Tigers just kind of working it around a little bit, see if they can get some spacing.
Yeah, Evanston's got what they've been doing all game. They've just been keeping all this space up in the middle third.
And Hernandez brings it back into the Tiger zone. They kick it out to Winland. Winland going to control it on the far side. Works it up, gets a step, tries to cross the step, backs through, looking, gets it in the center. Evanston does a nice job again as Willie tries to control it, but then knocked up ahead.
Just a heavy first touch there, but he was really close to getting a good shot.
Winland controls the ball on the far side again, leaves it back for Hernandez. He can't catch up to it, and the Evanston defender gets it knocked out of bounds by Rock Springs. That'll be Evanston throw in on the far side. Three substitutions coming in for the Tigers on the next Tiger throw in.
Let's see if they can actually get in with only 4 minutes left. You never know.
4 minutes to go here in this, or 4:30 to go in this half. We're all knotted up. Neal Evanston controls the ball right at the half line. Feed it to Richens. Richens gets it stolen away by Ramirez.
Good little footwork there by Ramirez.
Let's see who they give that
They give it
to.
to Evanston.
No, they give it to Rock Springs. Up to head to Arana. Arana working. He gets free. He's coming up on the near side.
Good recovery there by the Evanston defense. They'll shut down that line really fast.
Duran can't step into that kick. He just missed
it.
Yeah. That was a flail. Hernandez, though, catches up with it on the near side. Tigers battling for it. Comes off. Evanston controls it.
Looks like Evanston's starting to actually settle into this game a little bit.
Blaine Edmonds boots one clear across the way and then pops over to the Evanston bench. And Evanston players got to run after it. Evanston quickly inbounds, working into their zone. They're half the field, and they work it through. They get it up ahead to Hawk. Hawk feeds it through, and that goes out on the end line, and another goal kick by the Tigers. Evanston is getting the knack of how to play with the wind a little bit, but Rochman's still getting all these goal kicks.
It's a little too late here, though. I mean, you're going to have to win for another 3 minutes of this half, and then you're going to have to fight it the next half.
The Tire Den Tire Factory, tire brand and sizes at the right price for your vehicle. 202 Industrial Drive in Rock Springs. That is the Tire Den Tire Factory. Goodrich lines one up, and that's taken away by Evanston. Robinson clears it away, and then Montez tries to steal it away, but Evanston keeps control. They're working down past the 30-yard line into the Rock Springs defense, and Gehe stops another shot on goal and puts a big boot into one. Comes over the top of Winland. Collides with
there in the air.
Yeah, collides with Curry. He does a nice job of getting it away, and then let's see who's got that. Arana. And Willie, he sends it up ahead. Checking in the game is Cade Moeller for the Tigers. He's trying to catch up with the ball. Coming through is Edens.
He was coming like
a freight train.
Yeah, he was going to take somebody out there.
Tigers just cannot catch up with that ball on their end right here, and Evanston will have the ball right at the midfield stripe. We'll be throwing it in from the far side. Mountain States Pressure Service, locally owned, serving the oil and gas industry in the Rocky Mountain region from Rock Springs. Mountain States Pressure Service.
It looks like we're in the final 2 minutes, so the clock's going to stop and it'll be all up to the ref now.
Haven't had many stoppages really in this one, so it should be
only a couple fouls, and they were taken really fast. So
Goodrich going to step into one, and that ball just
that wind.
Yeah, he's going to have to bring that. Well,
you have to aim a little farther in.
But then you take a bad chance where it's not going to work out well.
You don't hit it. He's got to do what he does. So
Montez gets the ball right at the center stripe. He gets it stolen away right there by Robinson. Excuse me, not Robinson's. I think that's, what is that, 19? Yeah. As they feed it through, Montez feeds it through, trying to hit Arana coming up the near side. He comes in
right
to
on
the
back
zone.
of Curry.
Yeah. trying to
Got
get
a
to
good little fight by those two.
Savelos. Let's see, they let that go and bringing it in. They leave it off and can't catch up
Just a
to
foot
us.
behind him.
But Willie steps into one, and that's going to land right on the inline and out to the Evanston Red Devils. Kelly's Convenience Centers, 3 locations. Get mobile and get going. 9th Street, Sunset Drive, and Yellowstone. And on Yellowstone, north of Rock Springs. That's the Kelly's Convenience Centers, 3 locations in Rock Springs to get you mobile and get going. Rock Springs works it back in the zone. Get it up ahead to Montez. Montez gets it stolen away there. And like that went out of bounds.
Yeah.
Did they catch that one? And that'll
call that a half there.
call that one a half. The Rock Springs